Thank you, Chairman Miller, and thank you for convening today's second in a series of hearings on our nation's economy. I welcome each of our witnesses, and I'm eager to hear your testimony. Mr. Chairman, as I mentioned at the outset of last week's hearing, I've never been one to engage in class warfare, and I'm hopeful that today we can move beyond the politics of division and focus on reforms that have served to strengthen our economy and on what we can do to strengthen it even further. Last week, we heard some of the witnesses who testified before this panel speak with great optimism about the state of the U.S. economy, as well as with great confidence in our workforce's capacity to meet the challenges of global competition. I was particularly struck by the testimony of a California-based manufacturing president who called for better alignment between education and training systems to meet the challenges faced by workers and employers seeking to adjust to the new realities of the 21st century marketplace. She noted that the primary challenges for manufacturers are how to attract, retain, and motivate a high-performing workforce. After developing a strong interest in workforce training and retraining issues during my time on this committee, I can say without a doubt that the manufacturing industry is not alone in facing these challenges. In fact, I believe that the single best way to find meaningful economic solutions for everyone, not just a single class, is by bolstering our education and training systems. Through streamlining programs under the Workforce Investment Act, evaluating and enhancing math and science education programs, and expanding access to college and other types of post-secondary education, I believe we've taken some important steps toward identifying long-term economic solutions. But we have more steps to take, and as we consider how to do so, I believe we should be just as aware of what isn't a solution as to what is a solution. For example, some may embrace huge new federal mandates upon state and local governments or employers with the hope that congressional micromanagement will be a silver bullet for practically any economic challenges we now face. Let's be clear, this kind of heavy-handed action out of Washington is decidedly not an economic solution. Some may move to create more federal programs, adding layer upon layer of new bureaucracies to training and education systems that are already too bogged down by government red tape. Once again, let's be clear. Creating scores of new programs and branding them with the title of innovation is decidedly not an economic solution. And as hard as it is to believe, some may even argue for dismantling the cornerstone of our democracy, the private ballot election, as a way to somehow strengthen worker rights and improve their economic standing. Let's be crystal clear about this one. Killing a worker's right to a private ballot is decidedly not an economic solution. In fact, it's more of an attack on democracy itself than anything else. So what are some real economic solutions? Well, I submit to my colleagues that they are reforms that have already worked and worked well. We've cut taxes for literally every working American, and the economy has grown stronger ever since. We've made it easier to save for health care expenses, college, and retirement, giving Americans greater ownership of their personal savings. We've insisted on results in our schools and insisted that colleges and universities be held accountable for their role in raising tuition and fees. And we've reshaped worker training programs to provide more individual choice and less hand-holding out of Washington. Mr. Chairman, these solutions, proven solutions, provide us a solid starting point from which we will take the next steps to continue strengthening this robust economy. I look forward to taking those next steps with you and my other committee colleagues in the weeks and months ahead. Thank you.